Now officially on the precipice of some major NBA history here. Last night, Spurs coach Gregg Popovich tied Don Nelson for the most wins in NBA history, hitting his 1,335th victory in San Antonio's win over the LeBron-less Lakers. He will try to pass Nelson for solo ownership of the record tomorrow night when the Spurs take on Toronto. But the numbers that might mean more to Pop, those are the 5 titles, right, with one franchise. So let me ask you this, Richard. The memory that stands out to you from Gregg Popovich the most is what?
There's so many. Again, when you've played for him, you understand his humor, how he can humanize every situation and make sure that you stay in the right mind frame. For me, I just learned so much about basketball. If it wasn't for my time in San Antonio, which didn't really go well, but if it wasn't for my time there, I improved my game. I became a better spot-up shooter. It helped prolong my career. And every single time I go back to San Antonio, you still go, you kiss the ring. You say thank you to this man because he helped me transition from, hey, the league used to be you would show up 8, 9 pounds, get yourself in shape in training camp. He's like, no. Here we are in shape 24/7 all the time. And those are things that you had to learn. So that is something that I am always appreciative of to be under Coach Popovich.
Talking to Woj before the show, you shared something interesting with me. What stands out to you about Gregg Popovich?
Yeah, I remember a conversation I had with him. I think it was after their 4th title. It was in preseason. They were starting up another year in San Antonio. And, you know, Gregg Popovich was at the pinnacle of his profession. He could have made so much money with books, speeches, self-help. You know, he said no to all of that. And I remember I asked him why. Like, why do you stay? And he said something really interesting to me. He said, I think it's very important for a coach to make sure that his players believe 100% and not with lip service that it's about them, that coaches are going to have to do everything they can to create the environment for them. It's not about creating an environment for us. It's a privilege to be able to coach these guys. We make enough money. And I think what Gregg Popovich was talking about was when you preach sacrifice and team and it's about you guys, that he lived it. And what Gregg Popovich did lend his voice to was not so much self-promotion or making money away from the court, but on issues of racial inequality in this country, on important social issues that he knew that his stature, his job security, all the things that he had that allowed him to speak out in ways that maybe not every other coach could do because of their station in the league. And I think that speaks to the impact and who Gregg Popovich who he was and who he remains.
Well, and to add to your point, that's very funny because I've never heard that story. But, you know, just from being in the franchise, and there were times where, you know, there were people in it that believed that the reason why they never won a back-to-back championship is because after they would win the championship, there were certain people that felt that other people would get distracted. Like certain guys would get distracted. They would do more commercials and they would do this other stuff. And so, like, that was one of the things that always kind of, when I would sit back and they would be like, yeah, I think that's why we never won a back-to-back, because whenever we were successful, whenever we had that championship, I felt like guys, you know, maybe weren't as 100% locked in, but they were winning like every other year at one point in time.
I only had one chance to actually talk with Gregg Popovich, and that was when we was in the Western Conference Finals with Oklahoma City, and they had us down 0-2, and we came back to win 4 straight. And I remember after the game, you know how you go and dab up everyone, you know. And I remember talking with Gregg Popovich, and he was like, "Look, Perk, if y'all lose, y'all suck." You know, because look, we didn't beat them in the regular season, and we were down 0-2, and we came back to win 4 straight. And he was like, "Look, if y'all don't bring it home, y'all suck."
I will say this. Obviously, I'm not a player. I've never been coached by Gregg Popovich. I've never played against Gregg Popovich. But as a young reporter, I mean, everyone has seen his interactions with reporters, and they're infamous. But I will say this. It made me sharper, because going in, I was so nervous the first time I went to talk to Gregg Popovich, even though it was in a scrum. Making sure to have your sharp questions, your thoughtful questions, asking something he hasn't heard before, he made me better. So I am excited to watch him eclipse Don Nelson in this way. It's so incredibly well-deserved. We have so much more to come, though.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.